Hello, this is FG. We're back. Back a little bit in the future. I mostly just built and cored even more provinces, so that now we're looking more like this. Besides that, nothing too much has really happened. I stopped because this event popped up. The working relationship with the Gomo and Arwelkin has finally borne fruit. While our troops were skeptical at first, they soon warmed up to the Gnomus officers of the sun, especially once they had demonstrated just how powerful their artillery could be. The gnomes took a very scientific approach to their training, collecting data on our soldiers' capacities as they honed over the centuries of Arwelkin's military traditions had grown. From that, devising a maximally effective way of adapting our forces to the use of firepower. The Gomo has now presented us with a plan of establishing tactical division based on Arwelkin, in which instructors from the guild and the state-trained military personnel, according to the new devised methods, including a permanent contract for gnomish officers of the sun. This should allow us to increase the quality of our soldiery substantially. Refusing would likely lead to the gnomish researchers leaving in order to implement their theories elsewhere. Extra discipline. Which, considering what our discipline is, we're at 127. Oh, they actually managed to get their Ash Legion idea before. Or is Ash Legion just one of their... No. They also have a mission that's something similar to that. Okay, so... we are going to declare... war. Eventually we're going to have to fight off Dalkanzad, which I don't really want to, but we have to, so. I also moved around Yanification some, but that's about it. This can get Yanified. Okay. Time to fight the Demirage. This guy. This guy. And then this guy. And use Imperialism. This one goes here. Goes here. Here. Right here. And then up that way. I'm gonna send this arm. Nope, that one's doing stuff. Okay, this one can come that way. And where is... this can protect trade down in Arwelkin. Yep, back up to 72% control. We're gonna have to build so many ships to actually deal with this piracy problem. Another 40 ships. Where is our heavy and transports? Here they are. These guys... no, we can just move this way then. They can move to this place. Or not. No. much of them can I eat? I suspect the whole country, but yeah, take that. Oh, what happened to their siege ability? Okay. Gatip can get annexed. So we can head this way. I'm gonna stop this army right there. Are they willing to surrender? Nope. There is unification. Excellent. Oh yeah, should probably do this. And we can take them too. This army can go do something. Move them back that way. Kits a bit. Do I get the mission? Oh, yep, here it is. Conquer the Nada Mirage. Our march to the headwaters of Karuyana has been a voyage against the tides of history, traveling back in history to the first human civilization in Ryan. Its ruins dot the landscape, and if the realms of this land do not bend to us, their cities and palaces shall join them. Hey, they said the word. Warlords of Hellas is the DLC that, or not the DLC, but the update that Hellas came in. It's called. So it's like when they say the movie title in the movie. I want to see if I can actually annex all of them. Might be able to. That'll be 160% AE, but we're also going to annex this nation. seems on everything. So we'll fight a war against Obdalkanzad and Verkelgulen. Look at our Diplo power. Port. These guys can protect trade in K-Cam. These guys can obliterate that rebel group. These guys can kill that rebel group. Oh yeah, let me check my edicts. This is off, this is off. Am I still running? Make sure I'm running 4. This is on. Send these over this way to replace the boats that we lost. Wait, we get the Enlightenment. Oh, sweet. And it pops up in Sarasung. That's interesting. Wouldn't really call it an enlightened city, given the significant slave population, as discussed in that event. For what is likely another wave of revolts. This can go over here, can go right there, can go there. And Buhari still remains. Forgot to put a leader on that. That's going to be bloodier than it needs to be. every single province. We're gonna truce break them. Where are the Pinghui separatists? There they are. Okay. And these guys right there. They've been taking attrition, which is bad. This army needs a leader. Okay, where are my armies? Yay! I love rebels, man. They're so great. Not like that I have to kill millions of people just because I expanded. Oh, there's the Karashi drill. Almost have all our coring done. Okay, that's... Sorry I haven't been talking. There's not too much to really discuss at this point in the campaign. We're just sort of waiting. There's a bunch of cores. Where are we at? Tech trade in Welkin. Oh yeah, I also embargoed our Welkin, so... just gonna turn that on for a minute. Turning it off. Oh, we don't have that tech yet. Alrighty, finally out of money. I think that's basically the rest of our cores. This fleet and move it right here. Hopefully I won't have to fight super long wars against Avdal Khanzad. Oh. Well, shit. Excellent. And we will start yanifying this area. Take this one off. Move it over here. What else was I yanifying? Oh, this is done. Culture map mode's looking pretty good. Can I convert any more to Dragon Hobgoblin? Yep. At this point, we're not going to be able to flip to Hobgoblin military, I don't think. State a little bit more. Oh, unification's finished over here. That's Yan. That's being unified. Guess I'll start unifying this area. Will I really chord everything? No. I'm focusing admin right now just to try and get as much as possible. Master debaters. Oh boy. Godlost has taken about half the continent. Can raise even more armies if I really wanted to. Are we close at all to any of these? No, not really. Okay. I suppose it is time to actually fight a war. The Great Halessi Wars of Unification. Okay, and the rest of these guys can come this way, this way. Okay. We want to take this. Or we can just use imperialism. Either one kind of works. Oh, where am I? Here they are. Let's chase these guys. All the way up north. Abdal Khanzad won't be able to, I don't think they'll be able to get access. Okay, no. Let's see what that does to our income. Ooh, baby, 200 extra gold. Love to see it. And I'm kind of just going to keep this army and head up. flagship. Yeah, we aren't a naval nation. Doesn't really matter, though. Want to take this. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the auto clicker for a minute. Take that quite yet. Oh, more unification done. What other places are we unifying? This place is done. Nope, not willing to surrender yet. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling these armies back. Yeah, they're willing to accept now. Okay. A lot of pirates. Yeah, we'll convert them. And then I threaten war for Sheikh Avad. I don't want to fight another war against him, but if that is what they desire. And let me build spy network. Is our best siege general. Damascus is raiding us. wish they'd just give up. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna lose. Yeah. Sorry about the lack of talkativeness. I just really can't think of much to discuss. I'll go ahead and take that off then. Surprised we haven't gotten our event to flip that to culture. Grant them a charter. Switch these out. Oh, the landing of the Pinghui. Speak of the devil. For centuries, Yan merchants have maintained a presence in the Ringlet Sea, ushering trade from Gulf of Rahan to Yanshen proper. Our Welkin's Yan quarter sprung up nearly as soon as Jahair's fleeing legionaries made the port town their bastion. These merchants were joined by their less savory brethren, pirates, when the dread queen of Pinghui led her armada south after annihilating the Fei Ten fleet of 1438, a martial feat much admired by Jinju Long. The Pinghui buccaneers went on to achieve similar success against Arwelkin and Combe, from whom they seized the great harbor of Khe Kam Sin. De facto rule has a way of producing de jure legitimacy. So when we conquered the seas and jungles of the south, we chose to elevate these local Yan to a position of power. Their absolute loyalty would be assured through our shared language and history, and through De Hui's armies being the only protection they had against the local populace's ill-inclined sea reavers. Against the local populace ill-inclined to see reavers become rulers, the Daud, the Jian, and plenty of musket balls have indeed been needed to pacify the islanders and jungle dwellers of the far south, but less so each year as boats of settlers from Yanshen proper float up the Jantung Kala or dock in the Ringlet Island. Away from these strictures of Yanshen proper, these new arrivals quickly adopt the old pirates' loose dress, hodgepodge weapons, and ad hoc sense of propriety. These new Pinghui are barely more civilized than the natives over which they've come to rule, or so complains the Marshal of Arwelkin in an indignant letter to the Office of Integration. However, their efficacy in taming the interior and its inhabitants have been illustrated in the rapid decline in rebellions in the interior, and booming trade from these districts. Great forests of teak have been clear-cut to make way for rice paddies. The timber floated downriver to our mills and workshops. Exotic animals have found their place in the homes and kitchens of aristocrat. Colorful birds, terrifying snakes, and succulent arachnids. Even 5 of the exquisite women of Talag Plong arrived in the imperial harem, gifts from the local chieftain. Uncouth as they may be, these Pinghui have been hard at work bringing Yanshen to the far south, in the far south to Yanshen. So, this is the new culture, Pinghoi. We will have converted. We need a few more provinces and then we'll be done. Pinghoi, Pinghoi. And these guys all live in the Lupon Rainforest and the Ringlet Isles. Depending on how much war score we get from taking the capital, will determine if we can actually grab those islands from them. Siege magic, elemental summoning. Spend more power. Send this army this way. An army. More siege magic. Siege magic, greater fireball. Nope. Okay, there we go. Take that. And need to take these islands if I can. I prefer to have them rather than anyone else. Damn. There's 500,000 soldiers there. Let's bring up these boys. Send this army to defeat them. Okay. Time to move in to the Dwarvar. Oh, Age of Artificers has begun. And already we have most of these done. Yeah, that's certainly something. Askasur migrated into the tunnels. I love seeing weird stuff. I'll send these armies down, and this army too. Go fight the Platinum Dwarves. Yeah, this army can come down too, screw it. Unless they are willing to accept that. Which they are. And a financial and money. Okay. I'll take this army this way, this army this way. Okay, so great power-wise, we are more powerful than the next 4 nations combined, basically. Okay. You know what? I'm getting tired of these forts. They can all be deleted. I'll keep some on the coast and on sort of choke points into Hellas, but not gonna suffer too many of these. That can stay. That can go. God, that looks so much better already. This one can go. This can go. This can go. I'm gonna allow them to stay in cities, but cities and strategic points they can stay, but nowhere else. I hated how they made the AI actually build more forts. It's just obnoxious. I can stay, I can go. I'll keep these. Yeah, that's a lot better. I like that. Alrighty. Now, let's build some more frigates. Down here. Over here. And empty in the... how close are we to getting the Yanification? We're getting the pirates done. Pretty close. Where are we running the edicts? That's done. This is done. Start doing Yanification there and there. Oh, there goes our Inquisitor. Another hobgoblin. Wait. What? Did I don't know what happened. Unless this somehow flipped to them at some point, and I didn't notice, which very well might have happened. And I think it is time to, once again, move trade capitals. Oh, 900 gold. Core this. We'll go ahead and finish up the Lulupan Rainforest. Or the Lupuhan, sorry. And then it's finishing out the core borders like that. Damn. Those are some hefty borders. We're looking like just a little bit over. Okay, another Gomo division. The recent establishment of a Gomo branch office in Rayavashapal has led to a revitalization of natural philosophy in the city. The gnomes' propensity for technology has further led to a noticeable increase in the printing sector, as gnomish scientists prefer to print their findings rather than simply letting them echo in the Hall of Endless Debate. Within these books, the city's most notable philosophers and scholars have seen their words travel across the world to Gomo outposts as far as Elantir. Members of the Gomo faction have now petitioned us to allow expansion of the Gomo branch office into a fully fledged Gomo research division, based in Rayavashpal, to serve as a complement for, and perhaps one day rival to, the Hall of Endless Debate. The new division would certainly ensure our scholars' work is translated into practical innovations. And while the gnomes are unlikely to abandon the prospect of a good debate if we refuse them, they will undoubtedly offer little else than arguments and counter-arguments. None of their new inventions or discoveries if we reject this prospect. Okay. These guys can go. Tech trade and are welcome. Right down there. Auto clicker away. They can hunt pirates in our world. What are we looking like trade power-wise? Yep. All looks good. I'm not letting that trade embargo go. Well, I guess I can. Revoke embargo. That's something we can do. Tech trade in the Gulf of Brian. This should go up to about 95, I think. Not only 89. Calling me surprised. This can protect trade. Actually, I'll upgrade that. And these guys can go protect trade in Gulf of Rahan. I'm probably only going to build sort of stuff for the short term since the campaign's going to be over soon. I forgot to delete this fort. And yeah, Bimlau is basically a city. Oh, yes. Highway in the Xianji. Sheng. Meow. Let's see where I actually have coal in my nation. Don't have too much of it. Splendid advancement. Splendid advancement. No. You only employ Yan in this court. Change to coal. Just go ahead and dev this up. Do that. Get coal. Oh, yep, finally. Golden Highway construction. Okay. This gives us a missionary, so I'll take it. I don't love it, but I'll take it. That's going alright. And what about where are my other two unification edicts at? I'm gonna go ahead and... Actually, I'll leave that. How close are we to getting the pirates? Blood of pirates. Okay. Time to culture convert. Unification finished. Oh, here's the blood of pirates. The Pinghoi pirates claim to have descended from a Zumijit queen who absconded with a massive armada and established her own buccaneer kingdom in the south. Their silly royal pretensions aside, they are to be respected for having established a powerful Yan presence in the southern seas. Granting them mercantile and toll rights in every river of the Lulupan will help bring their influence from their islands into the interior. And culture map mode wise, that's what it looks like. It's a decently sized state. Yeah, I'll go do this one. Okay. Armies, you can go there. Go there. Alrighty. We're rebuilding a ton of the highway now. Truce with Bavaria's ended. They can hunt pirates in the Gulf of Rahen, because I believe there's a few pirates here. It's really weird that for so long, Sadoya soldier stat. I think that's... which one is this? I think this is the full military one, or the full military constitution. I could be wrong though, so... They have 23 ships. I'm actually gonna go ahead and... Our king himself is actually going to lead this, the final consolidation of Yanshen. Just 2 more provinces. Next wave comes in. And this wave. Yeah, I know this is a messy war. And if it doesn't work, build a few extra. This will be the time. Yep. And send them this way. We're gonna have to kill this army one way or another, so. Okay. And also make them renounce their cores. Okay, here it is. Haramar's home. The Ascension Peninsula. From this insignificant spit of land jutting into the Gulf of Rahin arose a conqueror who reshaped all of Hellas, indeed the world. As pupils of Haramar in the arts of war and rule, we owe him a great deal of debt. We would honor him by bringing the lands of the tiger under the dragon banner. Our porcelain-clad palace perched above the Yanhe, artists, scholars, and exquisite crafts flow from every corner of Hellas. From a bastion against invaders, we have become a bastion of true enlightenment and civilization. We are no longer warlords. We are the lords of all, and all kowtow before us. Well, that's pretty much it. We could keep going until I have this done and then this done, but I really kind of don't want to. It'd be just sort of me sitting around, and that, I mean, already the content isn't super great at this point because I have nothing to talk about. So, I guess we'll do a final look at everything, and then we'll be done. So as for, I'll go into observer mode and we can look around the world a little bit. So as for culture, we have basically overtaken South Hellas, and I think we're the majority in, I think we're the overall majority. A few Shuvush and Rinshuki remain in the north. The dragon hobgoblins have basically overtaken. There's no other hobgoblins left. Only our loyal subjects. Luxion is probably the smallest of our cultures right now because we never really ended up doing too much. Had we stayed as high philosophy, we probably would have done better when we could have just normal converted these guys. But we didn't, so yeah. That's our culture. Economy-wise, we're looking at 2,000 ducats per month. 200 of it's from tax, 600's from production, 1,000 is from trade, 20 is from gold, and just a few ducats from our slave state. Advisor-wise, we're paying $100, no interest, 45 in state maintenance. I guess we'll look at techs. 24, 25, 25. Ideas, we took Diplo, Admin, Quantity, Religious, Offensive, and Trade. Mission tree-wise, you guys have seen. We have 2 missions left to do, but we're not gonna end up doing those. Because that'd be just not really enjoyable to watch. Culture-wise, the cultures we have accepted are Eastern Haramari, Horned Ogre, Dragon Hobgoblin, the Nephrite Dwarves, and the Gold Scale Kobolds, and then the Shuvush of the North. If we'd kept going, I would have accepted Fang Harpies. Just for the meme, mostly. Policy-wise, we're taking calculated decay, anti-heresy, record-keeping, production quota, provincial taxation, and pen relies upon the sword. So, let's look at our military guide. We have top 10 highest morale in the world. Discipline, we're number 1, behind only Azkassur. Siege ability, we're number 1. Defensiveness, not really. Number 1 in professionalism, behind only Vertesk, or in front of Vertesk and Lakefed. Tradition-wise, we actually managed to be number 1 in tradition, despite losing a lot of it. Our total army size is 146,000, with the potential to go up to 1,628,000. Let's look at, what else do we got to look at? Oh, we can look at religions. Religion-wise, where is it? Moonfather worship. Am I missing it? Oh, God Lost. We're actually the 3rd largest, with 346, compared to High Philosophy with 298. So, yeah, we definitely spread God Lost to most of Yanshen is God Lost at this point, along with our northern territories. The Namazu are mostly God Lost, and some of the Pinghui. Great power-wise, we're number 1 by a pretty fair margin. We're basically have the same amount of development as like the next 4 combined. We're military hegemon, we're at 95%. So, yeah. And I think that's basically it. We never really did anything with Artificer since they came kind of late. So, let's take a look around the world. I deleted South Sarhal, and South Aelant here. So, it's pretty colonial looking Aelant here. Orient has Noruin and then Trolls Bay. Goled actually managed to get these areas. Usually I don't see him get that. Port Nom actually has the sort of glacial place, which is looking like culture-wise. They colonized a little bit of it. We don't have the glacier gnomes as a culture yet. I guess I can mention that. Eventually we're gonna get a glacier gnome country, and they're basically probably gonna be up there with like Aelnar and the Black Dements in terms of fucked upness. They do like necromancy and stuff, except for with artificery. What's the religion looking like? Spring Court and Autumn Court were basically the winners, if you can say that, considering a good portion of their nation is occupied by the Goetti. I imagine that they'd probably push them out at some point. Oh, we got a kind of weird one down here. So of the 3 artificer nations, the city goblins actually came out on top this time. Usually it's the gnomes, right here. Usually they're the ones that do well. I've actually never seen, do they have any cores? Here they are. I've never seen Zerumexia come out on top. Vanberry Guild got a single province right here. And then this is their actual like home island, but they never seem to do much with that. Always Big Keteratera, nothing too weird. Sariand with weird borders, nothing too weird. Soldier stat being colossal as always. They actually aren't exterminating the centaurs, which is disappointing. I think they should probably be forced to. If you go for this path, they should just automatically be forced to do that. Platinum Dwarfs, Haraz Ordhulum, which is this guy right here. Where the winner is in the West Serpent Spine. Obsidian Legion is real big. Pretty large portion of the Serpent Spine is actually Obsidian Dwarf at this point, and Rune Father worship. The Argord Stumps has managed to hang on, and actually Orc-Helavar's here. Didn't expect to see them. Are they allied, or...? No, they're not allied with, no, they're rivaled with Argorgstum. Ofdaltungur is still alive. Argorgstum actually managed to expand out. Irlum, big Irlum. Like I said earlier, Azkasur being just basically forced into the mountains is hilarious. Kuran Uleg is sort of a rump state. And I think that's about it. We can look at the religions a little bit more. New Sun Cold Kedist. Rebellion takes over as usual. Coronite actually. This main stronghold is in Galed, which is a little bit unusual. Regent Court, mostly in Lorent. Unsurprising. Ancestor worship all over here. The cracked Crystal Dwarves, Quartz Dwarves, expanded like they usually do, or as they often do. Look at any conflicts that happened. Empire of Anbennar still divided. Wex is the ruler. That's sad. I know that they weren't the ruler the whole time, but it's just sort of sad to see him still be there. Most of the eunuchs are gone. The only ones still alive are just basically the Sarda, I think. Yeah. And then somehow Tiru Mornair, which is... I don't actually know which culture they come from. I'm tag into them and look at their ideas. Oh, I think these are dames from Dame's Crown. I like the gambling people. New Horvel is around. They have a mission tree. It's not localized. What nations can I show off real quick? Yeah, those are the only nations that I know of that... Oh, maybe Gelkalis has its mission tree. Can't remember. Yeah, it has its mission tree. I'm not sure if this is on the normal build yet, but they have a pretty large one. Sorry, I'm just texting someone. And... wow, actually, that's interesting. This is a weird one. They looked like Corvuria, so I didn't really look at it. But, yeah, Raven March is here. They didn't do a single piece of their mission tree, but yeah, here they are. They managed to expand into Dostanor like their mission tree is supposed to. Yeah, that's basically it. BPEC is a little bit larger, Bavar expanded. Orcs are still around. But, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, everyone. It's been a good time. I'm not sure whether I'm actually gonna do another campaign, but, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time watching me fumble through EU4. And this is FG signing off.